You're welcome to the Matrix News. Thanks for joining in for another news update from the economy, as collated by Hamid. Again, Cardoso blames Emefiele's policies, oil price crash for dwindling economy. The governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria (CBN), Olayemi Cardoso, has blamed the monetary policies of his predecessor, Godwin Emefiele, for the current economic woes of the country. This is even as he also fingered crashing oil prices for the situation. Cardoso made this known at a press briefing on Tuesday at the end of the 297th meeting of the Monetary Policy Committee, which took place on the 23rd to 24th September 2024 in Abuja. After the meeting, Cardoso announced the committee's decision to further raise the monetary policy rate, which measures interest rates by 50 basis points from 26.75% to 27.25% to tighten the inflation rate, which stands at 32.15%. The MPC under Cardoso in the last year has raised the interest rate by 8.5% from 18.75% in September 2023 to 27.25% 12 months later. Under Cardoso, the naira, which exchanged for around 700 naira per $1 in September 2020, now sells for over 1,600 naira per $1. Asked whether the monetary policies of the Apex Bank, including multiple interest rate hikes and the collapse of the foreign exchange windows, are working considering the economic hardship Nigerians are facing, the Central Bank of Nigeria boss blamed its predecessor's policies for the monetary situation of the country. You can't divorce the situation that has taken place with what happened in the last 1 year. Cardoso said while the economy on average was growing at 1.2% during Emefiele's tenure, the money supply was growing at 12.6%. This was an inherent distortion, he said. We came into a very loose money supply situation between 2017 and 2023 and witnessed the pumping of liquidity into the system. In 2015, the money supply was about 19 trillion naira, and in 2023, it was 54 trillion naira. That's a huge increase, a very huge increase, and then a substantial amount of what was through ways and means. And then a substantial amount of that was through ways and means. So, essentially, the printing of money resulted in a huge amount of money chasing the same amount of goods or a relative amount of goods. I think that context is very important to have. Known as the ways and means, the Apex Bank offered short-term financing to the federal government to cover its budget shortfalls. Let's not forget that we had a situation where global oil prices collapsed in 2015. With that collapse, unfortunately, it is a fact of life. Nigeria is a monolithic economy, so you are dependent for everything on oil, and as a result of the collapse of oil prices, the foreign exchange began to dwindle, and it is important to understand that within this period, the response to that was lesser foreign exchange and fixing of foreign exchange prices, and that also harmed the economy to no end, he added. Cardoso also said, attempts to harmonize the multiple exchange rates has brought about results, and Nigerians no longer have multiple windows. He said the exchange rate is now more flexible and people can transact their businesses through willing buyer, willing seller, as opposed to a situation where multiple exchange rates discourage and not allow that to happen. I accept the fact that many outside are finding things very difficult, but I want to say that the things we're doing are set to put the economy of this country in a trajectory where we shouldn't go back and see some of the inefficiencies we have seen in our system over the recent past. These, I believe, are short-term pains, and I believe we will get out of the situation we are in now. Tough though they may, and I accept that they may be tough, but we have no choice but to deploy these tools to rein in the excess liquidity in the system. The high inflation and encourage portfolio investors who are taking flight to come back and take interest in Nigeria, he added. Now that will be all for now. Thank you for joining us at the Matrix News. We'll bring you more credible news updates. Just stay with us. I am Esther Ajayi.